Hello, we are from group Maths Pirates. We will be giving an example of question from Form 4, Chapter 3, System of Equation. Question together with an explanation on how to solve the problem. Our group consists of 3 members, which are Nur Fazura, Jasmine Balkis, and Zarif Farizayani. In our video, we will first look at the question, then we will plan a strategy on how to solve the problem so that we can solve the problem smoothly and easily.
The question is, in a stationery store, Amir bought a stapler, a bottle of ink, and 2 document files at a price of 36 ringgit. Basri bought 3 staplers, 2 bottles of ink, and a document file at a price of 43 ringgit, while Chin bought 3 staplers, a bottle of ink, and 4 document files at a price of 74 ringgit. Assume that X, Y, and Z represent the price in RM for a stapler, a bottle of ink, and a document file respectively. If Fatima buys 4 staplers, 3 bottles of ink, and 2 document files, calculate the amount of price she needs to pay.
After reading the question, let's plan a strategy. So the first thing that we need to do is understand the problem by reading the question again. Once you have read the question again and understand what the problem is, highlight and list out the given information that will be used in solving the problem. Next, carry out a plan on what skills will be required for this problem and what should we calculate. After we have a good plan, continue solving the problem and recheck whether our answer is correct or not. Now, let's first understand the problem and list out the given information. As I have said before, we can understand the problem by reading through the question again and identify what the question requires. From the question, we know that it requires us to find the amount of price that Fatima needs to pay if she buys 4 staplers, 3 bottles of inks, and 2 document files. Then, list out the useful information. The first one is Amir bought a stapler, a bottle of ink, and 2 document files at a price of 36 ringgit. Then Basri bought 3 staplers, 2 bottles of ink, and a document file at a price of 43 ringgit. Next, Chin bought 3 staplers, a bottle of ink, and 4 document files at a price of 74 ringgit. Then it also states that we should assume that X, Y, and Z represent the price in RM for a stapler, a bottle of ink, and document file respectively. After we listed out all the information, we can now carry out a plan on what we are going to do first. By listing out the information, we can use those information to construct a linear equation system. This is the most important part in solving the problem, as you won't get the correct answer unless your linear equation system is correct. Then, we have to find the price of each item since the question wants us to calculate the amount of price Fatima needs to pay. To do that, we will substitute the price of each item into the equation that we will construct for the price of items Fatima buy.
So, now that we have a plan, we can now solve the problem. As stated before, the first thing we need to do is construct a linear equation in terms of X, Y, and Z, since the question has stated that assume that X, Y, and Z represent the price for a stapler, a bottle of ink, and a document file respectively. The first equation is X plus Y plus 2Z equals to 36. Then, the second equation is 3x plus 2y plus z equals to 43. And lastly, the third equation is 3x plus y plus 4z equals to 74 ringgit. Then, after we constructed the equations, we can now get a new equation of x from equation 1, which is x equals to 36 minus y minus 2z. That we will label it as equation 4. Next, sub the new equation into 2 so that we can obtain a new equation for y. After substituting 4 into equation 2, we will get y equals to 65 minus 5z, which is now the fifth equation. Sub the new equation into 4 so that we can get another equation of x that is more simple. The equation is x equals to negative 29 plus 3z. Now we have equation for both x and y in terms of z. Sub both equation 5 and 6 into the equation that we had not used yet, which is equation 3. By doing this, we can get the value of z. Move all the numbers to the right hand side and we will get add z equals to 96. So divide both sides by add and we will get z equals to 12. After we get the value of z, the only thing we have to do now is find the value of x and y. This will be easy since we have already constructed the equation in terms of x and y, which are the equation 5 and 6. So sub z equals to 12 into those equations and we will get the value of x and y. Thus, x equals to 7, y equals to 5, and z is equals to 12. But we had not yet fulfilled the question, as the question wanted us to find the amount of price Fatima needs to pay if she buys 4 staplers, 3 bottles of ink, and 2 document files. So basically, all we have to do is construct a new equation in terms of x, y, and z for it. 4 staplers mean for x, 3 bottles of ink is 3y, and 2 document files is 2z. The equation to find the amount of price Fatima needs to pay is 4x plus 3y plus 2z. So since we already found the value of x, y, and z, substitute each of those values into the equation 4x plus 3y plus 2z, and we will get the amount of price that Fatima needs to pay, which is 67. Thus, Fatima needs to pay 67 ringgit if she buys 4 staplers, 3 bottles of ink, and 2 document files.
After solving the problem, the last thing we have to do is recheck our answer. To check whether your answer is correct or not, simply substitute back the value of x, y, and z that you had obtained from the calculation. Here are the 3 equations that we have constructed earlier. Substitute the value of x, y, and z back into all those 3 equations. Then, simply use your calculator and you will get the answer. Once they had matched the equation, your answers are correct. That is all from our group. Thank you.